a good question, which is a great conversation with folks. I would think, I don't know that there's a bad question, but there are really good critical thinking questions. They should encourage deeper thinking, not just something you can ask Siri or Alexa what the answer is. It should also build connections between concepts. So it fits into the power of transfer. A good question here should cause me to have to gather information from lots of places and be engaged in active learning. Foster inquiry and collaboration, and make kids realize and requires them to do thinking at much richer levels than just knowledge and comprehension. That's a big part of what we're going to talk about today. And the last one that stimulates metacognition is kids who are self-reflective and that are self-assessing in how they're thinking about something is extremely valuable. So we want to focus on that as well. So beyond the 5 W's, that's what we really need to think about here. So you're very familiar with this. You're also looking at, I can ask a who question that is at a very low level of thinking, and I can ask a who question that's a higher level. So I think what has to come out of all of this is, do I truly understand how to write a good question and what kind of thinking the question is asking students to do, not just here's a list of question stems. So you can look here at, I can say, who did it? What is this? When did it happen? Where did it take place? Why did it happen? Now that might be a little more complex. And how did the events unfold? But instead of just who did it, how about who benefits from this and who might not benefit from this? What other solutions could you think of for this? So that's the big piece we're looking at, is getting teachers to spend some time not just with these massive lists that we have, but really thinking about a quality question, which means thinking about how are kids going to need to think like this and how is this going to happen? If you do this questioning effectively, the impact is absolutely what we want. So when I look at this, then I'm saying, okay, so putting all the time into questions, is there anything that says it's going to have these impacts? What we're seeing is, yes, it's the higher level of student engagement and ownership. And that comes in letting them talk to each other about this problem solving. That allows many kids to hear how other kids think, which is very powerful as well. You're going to develop the critical thinking and problem solving skills with students. You're also developing it with your teachers, but it's the students we need that get there. And anytime I am thinking about at a deeper level the content, I'm going to understand it at a much more rich level than just that layer where I just, as my grandson would say, I searched it up. And we know now the positive culture, when kids are engaged and excited and there isn't just one answer, and so they get to think about something. All of those are essential effects.